Solemn remorse. Things left unsaid. Mistakes. Ostia. Wind blew the wheat fields in rhythmic waves for miles around the farmhouse. The farmers didn't have much work to do now. The great black and red ships that hung in the sky sent down great mechanical monsters that sheared the fields for every last speck of grain. He watched as sighs the length of his only tractor, extending from human-like gigantic metal forms that dotted the landscape, took everything. The farmer hurt. It wasn't his body, though that often ached him. In his heart he hurt. He used to take pride in feeding the other farmers and people of Ostia. His taxes to the to the Emperor were his solace and hope. He mattered. He was important. Now, the ships were marked with the sign of those who followed the Emperor like he did. They took everything. He was left with barely enough to feed his daughter and himself, although not as much as he needed. There was never a choice. They said things had changed in the system, whatever that meant, and that he needed to give everything to ensure the survival of the system. To hell with the system! His neighbors, his friends, starved and suffered while these almighty strangers took from them until there was nothing left. He hated them! He hated them! He hated them! He sighed and turned off of his porch back into the house. It was small, decaying, brown and old. The floor creaked as his boots pressed heavily upon them, and the walls groaned at every touch of the wind. His daughter sat on the step, staring at him. She told him she was hungry. He hid her. When she wept and ran from the house against his orders, fleeing into the wheat fields to escape him, he sat and stared at the portrait on the wall, the only decoration he owned. He missed his wife. He missed his old life. He didn't want this. Not to save anyone. The daughter ran, stalks of golden grain soaring past her as she cried. She was going to hide. Run away. Make father wish he had never hit her, and apologize to her. She missed her mother too. Meanwhile, in the depths of space, an Eldar vessel floated along, barely a speck seen in the black void. Let me ask you something, guys. Where are you right now?
Is there like a lookout port in these ships or no? Like at the top or?
In the command deck, there's a very wide window that looks out, and
I'd just
also...
be gazing out that window then, yeah.
Yeah, and your meeting chamber can also act as a viewing port through holograms.
I'd probably be checking. I'd probably be sitting in the command deck.
Okay. But that's not what I meant. I meant in space, in the system. Where are we? Is there
Above
any...
that farmer's planet, getting ready to go pillage it.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
As soon as he finishes that thought, we just make landfall. We burn his farm.
That wasn't quite my intention. And also, I don't think that would work out. That's the one thing I'm not prepared for.
You thought you were ready? Shoot plasma bombs.
No. To be more specific, as Eldar Corsairs, the only safe places for your ship to hide, really, are in the Voidmire and the Reach. In the Voidmire, the Emerald Princess sits with her fleet of Corsairs. In the Reach, Trollius with the Craftworld Olkari and the Demigryphs are still at odds with each other. You don't have to pick either of those.
Are there any like trade routes that we could be lurking to ambush some like trade vessel?
Yes, there are.
I would vote for that.
Yeah, it's a fairly simple thing nowadays to
Lurking in
ambush.
some asteroid field, just waiting to ambush a trade vessel.
Yeah, that's definitely something you could be doing. What do you got? What do you other two think?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, screw Alkari, screw the Emerald Princess. Let's do some pirate shit.
Yes.
Basically.
I like it.
And, you know, we might
Save
need
the politics
to
for a
find fire
Space
at
Marine
some
campaign.
point.
To be clear, webway access between the two different sections, the Reach and the Voidmire, if you want access to those webways, you gotta earn them. You gotta go there and do it yourself. So with that said, I think I'll just leave that music on, I guess. Cathel sits in one of the pilot's chairs in the command deck. As you stand around, her leg bounces back and forth impatiently. Gilshin sits there, staring at the screens on the monitors. You're sitting in an asteroid belt. Small and sometimes massive brown boulders float past you fairly harmlessly. Your ship kind of just automatically tilts and sways and lowers and hews as it will, almost as if it's just doing it on its own. Cathel leans back. This is so boring. What are we doing? Quiet, Cathel. No, you be quiet, Gil. I want to do something. Come on, let's go attack. Let's go fight. Calm yourself, sister. Gilshin glances to the three of you. Any orders, captains?
Quiet, so I can actually try and find us someone to knock over.
You heard him. You heard her, sister. Fine, fine. Is that your name, Fairy?
Feyrai.
Feyrai? Feyrai, you are working the sensors on the command deck. It's been fairly slow for the last couple of days. Something's off in the system. The trade routes that were so populated before, even with the Great Rift emerging, it was never this slow. It's like a calm before a storm, a big one. It's like the tide is going out and there's a big wave forming on the distance. All of you are psychically attuned in some way or another. Even with the Great Rift roiling around you, even with all of these different feelings and emotions and the taint of the warp touching you, you can feel this tenseness, this buildup of energy somewhere in the system. Or maybe it is the system. Maybe the system itself is reacting to some stimuli. It's putting everyone on edge. People like Cathel can barely contain their anxiety and their emotion. Gilshin, barely can even bring himself to crack a joke with how tense it is. Balathorn, more than usual, has been hidden away in the armory or in his quarters. Feyrai, you're scanning and you get two small blips that appear on your sensors. They're not far away and they seem to have just come in. You think that maybe some kind of warp travel had been cut short or something, as they had just appeared in open space. Now these two unidentified vessels are sitting next to each other, one sitting basically still and the other one slowly approaching.
Woohoo, we might have some fun!
Finally! Gilshin, he turns and he looks at the two dots and he says, "Oh, that's strange. Oh well, let's go take a look then, shall we?"
And let's make sure it's not something like the Monkai this time.
It's always Monkai.
I'm tired of seeing their faces. It's pitiful.
But they make such great screams when you gut them.
Yes, but it's almost embarrassing to kill them.
Yes, yes. Although, those ones in the fancy uniforms, I kinda like them.
I like playing around in their minds.
So primitive.
It's so easy.
Of course it is, they're animals. Gilshin, he taps a few buttons on the console, and with a wave of his hand across a motion sensor, the ship turns almost to a 180 degree, drops out of the asteroid belt, and begins sailing through the open space. After about 20 minutes of sailing, he slows it down and powers down the ship itself for a little bit, leaving only the main functions and reducing your footprint. Cathel grips the sides of her chair in just pure excitement, and as you look outside of the command deck's main window, you see a human, or Monkai, I should say, vessel. It's small. It looks like a trade ship. It's stuck out in open space, and you can see that its back engines have been almost completely neutralized. You can see that sides of its hull have been rended. Parts of the ship itself have been missing, ejected. Following behind it, shooting out torpedoes and solid slug rounds, is an orc ship. You recognize these, of course you do. These are freebooters. These are orc pirates, kind of like you, except more crude, and their technology is, well, orc technology. They're unpredictable, and that makes them terrifying. You watch as the orcs fire into this vessel, its shields barely managing to keep it from breaking apart. You see a little pod of orcs float out, sent out from the ship towards the vessel, but as it gets close, the ship brings up whatever power is left and shoots down the boarding craft. But the orcs just keep trying anyway, just sending pod after pod at these now completely vulnerable Monkai. Gilshin kind of leans forward and examines the situation, and Cathel is basically bouncing up in her seat from what she's seeing.
So, what do you guys think? Help the Monkai and demand payment later, or take advantage of the orcs and...
Could always take payment and then betray them afterwards.
Exactly. Wouldn't do it any other way.
I'm fine with that.
Oh, I suppose the orcs are different than Monkai.
Gilshin makes a few taps on the console. Should I open up a communication?
Yeah, let's do it.
With a wave of his hand, the entire viewing port of the command deck fills up with a blank blue screen. Suddenly, a voice appears on the other side. "Identify yourselves in the name of the Imperium."
We recognize no Imperium, but you're shit out of luck. And we're here. We'll help you. Stand by.
Xenos scum want to help us? For what?
Oh, don't
No,
think
no.
it's from the goodness of our hearts.
In the background, you can hear explosions and the sound of men shouting from his end. After a brief pause, he says, "Damn you! Do as you will, Xenos!" He cuts communication, and Gilshin looks at the three of you expectantly.
Well, what's the attack plan here?
Are they fully disabled, like floating in space?
They are, mobility-wise, yes, they are disabled. They are still putting all of their power into shields and occasionally boosting up their weapons to shoot down boarding craft.
And it's just one like large orc craft who's like sending out boarding crafts.
Yeah, and it's really not that big. It's kind of similar to your vessel in a way.
Okay.
As you can see, yeah, it's shooting out boarding craft. You can see that the orc vessel has a small hangar similar to your own, and it's slowly approaching the human Monkai vessel. It doesn't seem to have spotted you yet.
Run the
Take out
blind
orcs
spot.
first.
I'm sorry.
Their
You go.
plan sounded better than mine. You had I heard blind spot. That sounds better than just
Yeah. I was thinking run the blind spot, void suit into their hangar bay and wreak havoc.
Certainly one way to do it.
Gilshin kind of nods, and as he begins powering up the vessel, says, "They might spot us. Orcs are unpredictable, so we might want to be ready for anything."
Always, but at least it's going to be a little bit more fun than Monkai this time. Orcs can actually put up a bit of a fight.
Yes. Cathel is absolutely losing her mind. She mans the weapons on the command deck and is grinning from ear to ear. With that, Gilshin begins to pilot forward. As you approach the orc vessel, Gilshin looks up and says, "Yep, there it is. They've spotted us." What the hell? You realize what Gilshin spots. Looking out of the command deck port view, you look out, and there are suddenly just kind of appearing in the middle of nowhere in space these tiny little dots. And you don't know what they are for a moment. But as the ship pulls closer, you look, and you can see orc bodies choking and suffocating and being crushed in the void. And then next to them, about maybe 100 yards, another little group of orcs just appear in the middle of space. They choke and crush and die. And Gilshin, he shakes his head and eyes goes wide. "Oh God, they're teleporting at us."
Would we know what weird boys are?
I'm sorry?
Would we know what weird boys are?
Yeah.
Might have a weird boy on board.
Oh, this is bad. This is
Ooh,
bad.
someone to play with.
Gilshin pilots the ship closer towards the orc vessel. It opens fire, but Gilshin drops the ship below them, trying to move into a blind spot. You can see a small orc fighter emerges from the orc craft. And then suddenly, as you're watching the fighter exit the ship, your ship gives a small jolt, and the lights flicker and go dull. Gilshin looks up and says, "Oh, that's not good."
Oh, what is it at least?
Over the intercom, you hear Balathorn's gravelly voice. We're being boarded by orcs! What the fuck is happening? I want to make you aware of this. Your 3 NPC crew members, they're capable of defending themselves. They're not combat oriented. Put in alone with a group of enemies, they're just as likely to die as any NPC will. So keep that in mind.
I would like to do a Psyniscience test to see if the weird boy got on here.
Go ahead.
Psychic Mastery. So... Yep, that passes.
Yeah. You reach out and you try to find out whatever, maybe if the weird boy or something like that. You don't feel a weird boy. You don't feel anything like that. What you may be dealing with instead is orc technology teleporters. They're not very accurate, but they have plenty of boys to throw at you, and eventually they're gonna hit, 1 out of 100 times. The light.
Was there like a main hallway right here, if I remember correctly?
Yeah, if you look out the door.
Yeah, because I'm gonna be just crouched with my sniper, just holding that hallway, in case any orc would pop its head into it.
Yeah, and as you sit there and listen down the hallway, you do hear the sound of just groaning and yelling and hooting and howling as orcs deep inside your ship begin crashing and crumping and just generally causing mayhem in your ship.
Yeah, so I'm just holding the angle until we decide to move or something.
Gotcha. Let me ask you, what are you guys doing?
Chegorich definitely is having his fun today. That's the god of trickery and stuff.
Yeah, the Harlequin god. Cathel, as she's sitting in the command deck and you guys are watching the door, listening to this, she begins pressing down on the weapon systems, and you can see the shuriken main weapons of your vessel begin lighting up as several fighters emerge from the orc ship. She shoots down 2 of them and begins cackling her head off. She's having the time of her life. Gilshin is dead focused on maneuvering the ship, bringing it closer to the orc vessel while avoiding the fighters and the shots.
Well, seems that the orcs had the same plan as us. Slight variation, but all's well that ends well.
Let's clean up the trash on our ship first, I guess.
Oh, with pleasure.
The lights are dim. Condition low light. DN +1.
All doing an awareness?
You don't have to do awareness if you don't want to. It's not really much to be aware of right now.
It's just obvious that they're over here.
They're in your ship, yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna move through the door.
I'm covering her back.
Standing at the door of the armory, you can see 2 freebooters slamming choppas against the heavy door. One of them is wielding a shooter, and they're banging against it, and they're shouting, kind of going back and forth between guttural low Gothic that they picked up from the Monkai and their own disgusting grunting language. Come on, Eldar! Spike it, get out of here!
I'll take a shot at one of them.
All right, let's hop into combat. Who's going
Let
first?
us indeed.
Since I've been holding this angle, can I have technically already been aiming?
That's
Or,
fine.
it doesn't even matter, right? 'Cause it's my movement. So I'm gonna aim, full aim, attack him.
Right.
And then since yeah.
Let me fix the map. I forgot to do that. Every square is 2 meters, as always. There we go. That should be right now. Yeah, you're good. You're good to act as you will.
Alrighty. So I'm gonna attack him. Since it's a sniper, I get an extra on top of my aim to hit him. So
Hell yeah.
okay, and then I get 5 ED.
Can you shift any?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, can I shift those two?
Yes, you can.
So both of them.
Yeah, they have a DN of
Alright,
2.
So 7 ED altogether.
Complication.
Does that matter for the ED or no? I forget what that ruling was.
Oh no, it doesn't. I'm sorry.
Alright, so that's all together. That is 10 plus 5 damage, so 15 damage.
15 damage. Damn. All right. I can't even do that with ruin. So, as you, hey, orcs bleed green, right?
I'm aiming for his left eyeball too.
Let me in! You let me in! And he's slamming on the door over and over again. Suddenly, the current bolt hits him right in the eyeball. It kind of like flies over your shoulder, fairy. Just, God, your name.
It's Fairy.
How do you say your name again?
Bayrai.
Feyrai.
Fairy. Okay.
Like the bread. Okay. Feyrai. The Shkurm bolt passes over your shoulder, hits the orc in the eyeball, and you can see the orc next to him begin howling and turn and look at you. And then you can hear other voices nearby in the different hallways. Feyrai, to your right down this hallway, you hear a close-by voice, a loud shout of anger. And in the hallway with the meeting room, you hear another that's responding to this call. This orc is over here. He's going to go ahead and with his speed of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, he's going to run forward, screaming and howling. He's going to make a ballistic skill shot at you. Why did I do that? Oh, God.
Ooh.
Feyrai, you
Yeah,
are...
that hits my defense.
Yeah, you're going to get hit. So, let me pull up the crit table. Go ahead and roll a 2d6 for me.
Yeah. 33.
Okay. Combat. Critical hits. 33. A merciless strike. A blow to the foe's body steals the breath from their lungs, pulverizing their innards with a nasty crunch. Target suffers 1 mortal wound. And then I will roll his normal damage. You are going to take 11 points of damage there.
Oof.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
So that is... I need to shift 5 of that to shock. If I can. So it's determination to shift to shock, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, I can shift a maximum of 4.
Mm.
I shift 1.
Tell you what. Give me a wrath point, and I'll let you stay up.
There we go.
With that, you're gonna negate that critical killing wound. These orcs are not to be fucked with. Let me tell you something. This combat's gonna get real brutal real quick. Your characters might die. I'm not gonna be pulling punches too much.
They don't have
So,
hands.
what am I on wounds-wise?
Go ahead and cut your shock and your wounds to half.
Alright.
With your reflexes, you spend a wrath point. This sluggish shot, he's charging at you. He's firing multiple shots down the hall. One hits you, kind of crunches one of your ribs, Feyrai. And as you feel it, it's an intense pain. But you kind of just channel it out. Eldar have extreme emotions. They feel things on a level that humans never will. They also have decent control over those emotions, so you can block out pain and kind of manage things in your own way. You are light, skinny elves. Against orcs, you're going to get pulverized. Play smart and do what you got to do to stay alive. Back to you guys. Who's next?
I'm gonna shoot him. I'm gonna shoot him point blank.
You're within 6.
Yeah. Where's my ballistic skill? 6. Well, I hit.
You do hit.
So that's 11 damage.
11 damage. Alright, I'm going to save my ruin. So as he's charging forward, he shoots you once, Feyrai, and you double over with a broken rib. But you pull up your shuriken rifle and shoot him, and the shot goes straight through his head, blowing out his green brains all over your hallway.
We're gonna have to clean that up later.
You mean I'm going to have to clean it up later? Gilshin mutters under his breath. This freebooter back here, he comes around and he sees his two buddies, and you swear you can see this terrible grin on his face.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna move back.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you were doing that. Let's see, what's the distance here? 26. Alright. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. This buddy's going to be running forward with a mad dash. He's carrying a choppa, this huge, disgusting piece of rotten metal that, if it hits, man, oh god, that's going to be rough. So, who's next? Ace, you're up.
Yep, I suppose so.
Whoa!
I don't have my, I can't grab my dude.
Why not?
I don't think I have permissions.
Controlled by Mbess. There you go. I should be able to control it, yeah.
There we go. So I'll move up into the doorway next to our little sniper there. Medium range, that's doable. And I'll take a pot shot at the charging orc. Just
5, you can shift that one.
nice. Okay. So, yeah, 180 for a total of 9 damage
9
with
damage.
the shot as he just kind of leans into the doorway and just
Alright. Orcs only have a shock of 2. I need my ruin, so I'm going to save it again. I need it. As more green goop splashes across your hallway, 2 orc bodies lay dead. One lays dead in front of the armory. One comes around, and this one has a little bit more brains than the others. He comes around and he pulls out his shooter, but he's going to fire it and cover at you. Let me go ahead and pick, I'll go ahead and pick you, Jane. Jane. Alright.
Yep, that hits me.
Does it? You're technically in full cover behind a door.
What would that give me?
+2.
I have defense is 0, so yeah, it hits me.
You can't have a defense of 0.
Okay, then I had 3.
Yeah, alright. So it still hits you barely.
Okay.
Not good. Alright. You're going to take... Tell you what, I'm going to nerf this guy a little bit. They're not going to do so much damage. Let's go ahead and say you're going to take 7 points of damage there.
I have 7 resilience.
Alright. So base damage, these orcs are going to do 7 instead of 10 like they should. These are actually, orc boys are elites at tier 1, so it's kind of unfair.
So I should take 1 shock then?
Yes.
Okay. Alright.
Alright. So as he fires around the corner, you're ducked behind your door as slugger rounds ping off of the metal. You pull around, you're trading shots. One of the slugger rounds hits you in your armor and it kind of knocks the wind out of you, but you're alright. Top of the round, you can hear in the distance the smashing and grinding of metal somewhere on your ship, and you hear just these loud howls, like, you know, hoots, hollers, and laughs as the freebooters run amok upon your ship. One voice in particular stands out amongst you, shouting in guttural orcish language. It's deeper, heavier. Top of the round. Who's next?
Shoot.
I'm going...
Oh, you want to go? You can go.
Yeah, I want to fry this guy's mind.
Go for it.
So, what's their defense?
They have a physical defense of 2.
Alright.
This guy's behind full cover right now, so it's 4.
Does it matter for... I think it's only against their defense, not with cover.
What
For
is?
smite.
For smite? I don't know. Let me pull up a
It just says roll psychic mastery versus defense.
Yeah, I don't think that cover counts for smite.
Okay, sounds fine.
I don't think.
Fuck!
Oh no.
Alright, Perils of the Warp, baby!
We summon a demon.
Give me another 2d6.
Oh, God.
Oh wait, no, hold on. Perils of the Warp. Whenever you roll 1 on a psychic mastery test.
Yeah, the D66.
Yeah, roll a d66.
$42.
42. A banshee scream. A mighty roar akin to a sonic boom crashes throughout the ship. Lesser animal life forms, insects, rodents, avians, etc. within 25 meters are instantly killed. All others suffer 1d3 shock and must make a successful DN3 toughness test or are staggered. Alright, fellas.
So we take 1d3 shock.
You take 3 points of shock, all of you. And go ahead and make...
That's all my shock.
That's not good. You're exhausted.
Yeah. Toughness test.
Yeah, make a toughness test.
Oh boy. 1.
2.
I have to make one too, I guess, for my orc. I have a toughness of 4. Wow.
Damn.
So the orc passed. All right. So as as Feyrai, she pokes her head out of the door and begins casting Smite. Suddenly, Feyrai, you look down. Your soul stone begins shuddering and shaking. Fear, like nothing else that you would know, fills your body. As your soul stone begins shaking, you know what that means. Suddenly,
Fuck, she's close.
a terrible scream of She Who Thirsts rings out through your ship. The excited Cathel and the focused Gilshin both begin cowering in absolute terror at this sound. You three all shudder and fall back, staggered for a round. Feyrai, you feel all of the energy drain from your body as you see flickers of images. She Who Thirsts beckons at you. She wants you. She wants you to crush your soul stone and give yourself to her. The orc back there, you know, he senses something is wrong, but he doesn't know what's going on, and he just kind of shrugs it off.
Wait, does that mean he takes a wound because he's only got 2 shock?
Oh, yeah. He's exhausted too, you're right. You're right, thank you for saying that. So he loses all of his shock, so he is also exhausted. You kind of just see him, like, stagger out into the middle of the hallway, just kind of, like, lumbering around, looking around. He's exhausted, so he can barely move. He suffers, like, a huge DN penalty for his shot. He pulls up his slugga and fires a shot at you. It's not going to hit. It just kind of pings off of the door blankly, and you hear him moaning back and forth. Damn, you spiky gits. What did you do to me? Back to you.
I'm shooting him. He's like, shut up. No! Alright, is it 2d6?
Yeah.
Ooh.
64. I gotta pull up the... Where is it? Page 194.
The fact that you're looking it up means it's not an out of ammo one.
No, I literally don't remember what page these complications are on. Complication. Damn it, where is it? Fuck. Sorry about this, guys.
No worries.
Where the fuck is it? This is actually pissing me off. Combat complication. 191. Okay. Alright, so sorry about that. 64. You are blinded.
Like a turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, alright. Go ahead. You make a pot shot. Go ahead and make your damage against this guy.
Okay. 14 damage.
Yeah, totally dead. As he's lumbering... Yeah, as he's lumbering around, firing, all of you are kind of just suffering the after effects of Feyrai's failed psychic attempt. As you're firing, you blink, and you can see a writhing mass of tentacles and eyes staring at you underneath your eyelids. It burns your eyeballs, it feels like. And as She Who Thirsts taints the room, you go literally blind for a couple of seconds. Your shot fires down the hallway and still manages to connect with the orc, and he drops dead. And as combat ends for now, all of you are left just sitting there, stunned. Cathel and Gilshin slowly start pulling themselves back up to their chairs after they were cowering on the ground.
Furiously rubbing at my eyes. So on the ground, just furiously rubbing.
No, please don't take me. Not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Alright, we're going to ignore that and not try that game again.
Bloody hell.
Do we still hear like orcs rampaging throughout our ship?
You do. Yeah, as
You
they...
two ready for some more partying?
You gotta give me a minute. Gotta get myself under control.
Gilshin comes up and runs over to you, Feyrai. Oh, man. What did you do? He is going to make a Medicaid check on you. Wow,
Ooh.
Gil.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's go ahead and, Go ahead and restore half of your shock. And I guess I might as well make Medicaid checks for all of you.
They better not be getting into our shit.
Please, they're orcs. They're totally getting into
No.
our shit.
Alright. Jane, as Gilshin comes in and pulls his attention to you, you're going to restore 2 points of shock. Ambus, unfortunately, he is not going to be able to help you.
That's fine. Don't get hit, don't have a problem.
Exactly. Gilshin, he stands up, and after he's done tending to you, it sounds like someone is smashing up against the engines. And as you hear the crunching sound, Gilshin runs back to his chair, and as you look out the command bay window, Cathel is slowly getting the fight situation under control. But she looks over at you, Ambus, and says, "We might need that Nightwing soon, sir."
Alright.
What are you guys doing?
What's the Nightwing?
It's our fighter.
Oh, okay. If they destroy the engines, we're fucked.
Yeah, which is why we probably ought to get back there, huh?
I guess.
If they stop throwing themselves against this door,
Well, they're obviously done for now. Look,
well, let's go then.
Yeah! We don't have time to be sitting here and looking pretty.
I could be out there and looking pretty.
You do look
I already
damn
look
good,
pretty.
sir. You all look
I look-
beautiful.
Oh, thank you. Now, let's go look pretty and get some green makeup on, shall we?
Rather not have it all over me.
But don't you know, the blood makes you harder to see, duh.
What the hell does that mean?
It's common logic.
Common logic on drugs, maybe. Jukari, bitch.
Drugs?
No, we don't have any drugs, Jane.
Either way, it's time to get going. Come on.
As we go down this hallway, I'm going to stop at the orcs and break out some of their teeth and put it into a little sack.
Okay.
Orc money.
Yep. Never know.
It'll be a surprise tool that helps us later.
Yep. Pocket teeth.
Pocket teeth. Pocket teeth.
I'm just collecting my orc teeth.
That's fucking amazing.
How many teeth do we get?
Yeah, how many per orc? Do we want to roll per orc?
Teeth. Yeah, dude. Roll a 1d6 per orc.
11. Yeah, 11 orc teeth.
You got 11 orc teeth. As you're collecting the teeth, you look over down the hallway towards your storage room, and you can see that 2 freebooters are going through one of your huge crates, picking through your loot.
Those bastards! They're getting to our loot!
Oh, no, they don't.
They don't notice you. Act as you will.
I'm gonna wait for them to get, like, closer, and I'm aiming my shot at them.
Make a
Can I go? Okay, stealth.
Yeah, make a stealth check.
And then, okay, let me do that first. I got a decent stealth. I got 7.
Ambus, if you're gonna be hiding there, make a stealth check as well.
Yeah. I ought to do that.
That
Just not
person's
going to
sneaky
be
and he
the
shoots. That's
finest.
pretty much it.
All right.
Hey!
That's not bad.
Is there any way I can go for, like, a collateral on these two?
Multi-attack.
Okay. It's been a hot minute. Increases the DC by 2, right, for each one?
Right. So if
2
they're
for
in,
each.
if they're not in combat, to hit both of them with a multi-attack will be 4.
Okay, it shouldn't be... Okay, as long as I don't mess up.
So as they get a little bit closer, they're kind of going through your crates and stuff.
Yeah, so when they were lined up, I like, thematically, I'm going for the collateral, just, like, through one's head into the other as they were lined up.
I got you.
And then I critted with the 7.
Make a second one.
Another attack, gotcha.
Booyah. Damn, son.
And then is it 1 damage for each one? Yeah, it's 1 damage for both, right? I think
Yeah.
that's what it was, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Alright, so then... Okay, so I'm assuming I can shift that 1 icon.
Yeah, so you can do that, and if you feel like it, you can make a crit test if you want.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let me do the crit text.
Just a no, it's not going to matter.
Whatever
32.
that does.
Merciless strike, the same thing that happened to Feyre. Feyre.
Yeah, 1, 5, 6 ED. So for a total of 13 damage.
Right. So as you two, you move down the hallway, you're collecting the teeth. You peer around the corner and you can see these freebooters digging through your stuff. Ambus moves around your back, moving tactically. He kind of taps you on the shoulder, moves past you, and sits on the other side of the corner. You both sit there in stealth as you watch these freebooters get closer, moving through your crates. When you notice that they're not looking at you, you kneel down, poke around the corner, and with 1 clean shot straight through the head, kill them both.
Hands off, uglies!
Just a small line of blood pours out from their heads, and it just kind of sprays backwards, and they both drop. Nice shot.
Is yours a shuriken sniper or a las sniper?
It is a ranger long rifle.
I'm not really sure what those shoot.
I kept with the Eldari theme, so it's just a 10+1 ED with sniper 4. That's all it is. It's the ranger long rifle. I took away the shuriken thing it came with and put that on.
Yeah, he took a sniper. I'm fine with that. That's cool. So, all right. Yeah, Ambus, you watch as your boy Jane over there completely just murks these 2 orcs. Behind you, you hear a freebooter with a chopper come running around the corner. That's all his movement to get around the corner, but he spots you and he's behind you, Ambus. Back to you.
And he's in close range. Ambus is gonna turn around, move action to aim, and then pop off with the las blaster. So
That'll hit.
we're just gonna go with 1 more. Hey!
Ooh.
All right.
So with the damage, that would be 8.
8.
Or 9. 9 damage. Yes, 9 damage.
Okay. Can he survive that? No, he can't survive that. Freebooter boy, he rounds the corner. Ambus, you quickly spin around and drop him too. Your ship is starting to look like a green carnage pit.
Huh. I hadn't really considered redecorating, but I don't know. This looks kind of nice.
If you don't mind it stinking up the place.
Oh yeah, the smell will be a problem in a couple of hours, won't it? Either way, come on you two, we've still got filth to clean.
What a drag.
Oh, I just noticed our shuriken weapons have rending.
Oh yeah.
Rending.
Yeah, it's good. And it's like rending 3. So I think it's AP -3 or something if you crit or something like that.
It's so if you shift an exalted icon as part of an attack with a rending weapon, the weapon's AP improves by the rending rating,
Really?
which is
Yeah.
3.
Wow.
Yeah, the shuriken catapults are good.
Yeah, you guys can definitely shred some tough opponents. Just don't get hit.
Yeah, mine's only a shuriken pistol, but it's like that becomes 10 plus 1 ED, 3 AP.
Surely the powers of the warp can't happen twice in one session.
Bullshit. We rolled like
Don't
5
challenge.
ones.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you part of the reason my raid was from 4 p.m. to 2 a.m. was because nobody could roll well. So do not challenge that.
Yeah, man. Don't forget what happened to Arn House.
I know.
That was like 5 ones in a row.
Yeah. It was so epic too, because the enemy kept rolling bad too.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Are we out of combat right now, or do we see more orcs?
Yeah, if there's no enemies on the map, assume you're out of combat.
All right. I'm just.
Well, we should go check on the
end.
engines, and then I think we have to go jump in our little bird.
I'm gonna come over here and take these teeth. If there's enough left.
Good call.
Yeah, if you ever want to collect teeth, just roll a 1d6 and collect that many teeth. Teeth.
Do you think these would make nice earrings?
So that's 9 teeth. Does someone want to keep a track of this?
I have 11, so that's 20 altogether right now.
Actually, can we have a channel for
Teeth,
Corsairs
orc
loot?
Connection?
Do we have an orc teeth channel?
Yeah, a loot channel? Yeah. Loot. Alright, loot channel. 20 teeth.
20 teeth. What's the like Imperium value or Eldari value of 1 orc teeth? How's it convert?
Well, it's only useful if you're trading with orcs.
True.
I don't know. You might be able to find a good fetch for it, like...
That brings up a good point. Aren't free Buddhas like not just they're like not really regular orcs? They can be like bargained with.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It's not uncommon to... Well, I mean... It's not unheard of to find freebooters acting as, guards for even rogue traders. It's not unheard of for them to cooperate in certain situations.
It was like that like the last session we did where we just instantly started killing everything, not thinking, hey, maybe they're not bad guys.
Yeah, they're like you. They're just pirates, you know. They're out here for loot and a good time. So, yeah, you guys collect your teeth.
So the knowledge of the ship is our Nightwing is right here, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's a doorway that would lead into like that area.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me. Come on. To remind you, this is what your ship layout looks like.
Gotcha. I guess we should clear the engines first, probably. What's the M chamber? Meeting chamber?
Meeting chamber, yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta hide everything again real quick. Give me a second.
Okay.
Well then.
All right.
I believe it is time for us to continue our rampage throughout the ship.
Don't worry, I've got your back.
I guess I'm the one moving up to the engine room door then.
Mm-hmm. Feyrai, as
I'm
you're
following right behind him.
Gotcha. Feyrai, as you're collecting the teeth, you hear a shuffling sound far in the back corner of the storage room. Meanwhile,
Can we?
Hey, Ryan,
do
you
you think
coming?
we can talk telepathically, like psychically? I don't know if that's a specific power, and if it is, then no.
Yeah, do we share a common language with orcs?
let me look through the spells real quick. Telepathy is a spell. It is a 5 experience point cost spell.
Okay, fair enough.
You're definitely going to get more than 5 experience from this session, so if you want to pick that up, you can. Just not right now. So as I was saying, Feyrai, you hear shuffling in the back corner of the storage room. The two of you approach the engines. Are you popping open the door?
Before
Not
we
once.
as we go down, I'm like, hey, Ryan, come on, what are you doing?
All right.
Our stuff's all right, isn't it?
There's an orc in there.
What? There's an orc?
Yeah.
Ambus,
Yeah.
there's an orc taking your shit.
And as through the door, you can hear the
Mother-
sound of metal crunching.
That motherfucker.
Specifically your shit.
Hold up. I'll be right back. Go to the back. One moment. I'll be right back.
Specifically your shit.
Him to go deal with it.
That is so fucking funny.
This
man.
guy's the opposite of Arnhouse.
As you cross the hallway, you see the door to the hangar is closed. There's no enemies down there. However, the cell door appears to be open.
I'll deal with that in a moment. First, I have to stop the one taking my shit.
Gotcha. Make a stealth check. He's taking
You
the
get
shit.
there and he's just in a random thing. It's not even your stuff. Wait a minute.
He's taking the shit. Your shit specifically.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. As you try to stealth up on the orc, he spots you. He's going to whip around and, in a panic, fire off his slugga at you. And totally screw it up. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's not a 0, that's a 6.
God damn it. And
Oh,
that
no.
hits too.
Uh-oh. Alright, so you're going to take only 7.
Okay, yeah, that doesn't even breach my resilience.
What's your resilience?
8.
Alright, cool.
Nice.
So yeah, he pulls around and it bounces off of your shot. It leaves a huge dent in the middle of your armor, but it's not a bolt pistol. It's not a laser rifle. It's just kind of like a heavy slug. It knocks the wind out of you a little bit, but you're all right.
Okay. Ambus, with that, rounds the corner, pulls out the shuriken pistol, and goes, "Alright, motherfucker, let me show you how it's done."
Why has you got teeth? Uh-oh.
Shift that fucking icon and use rending.
Yes, yes, it's Rendon.
Yes, I'm gonna rend with that, and he's going to take 11 points of damage.
It's AP -3.
Yep.
Yup. You
I mean, not that it actually mattered, but it's just the principle of the thing.
He's taking my shit.
Yeah, you blow green blood all over your shit as as you blow this orc to pieces. The shuriken kind of rips him apart, and blood splurts out onto the crates and into the back corner. He stumbles backwards, still trying to fight you, but he just can't. He drops dead after a few seconds.
Please tell me the
That's how
shuriken
it's done.
ricochets off the wall and goes back into the orc.
That's amazing. Yeah, I like that idea. It flies through, hits the wall in the back, and then pings back and hits him in the back. That's amazing. Yeah, I love that.
Then Ambus will walk over and just collect teeth, as is common fashion.
All right.
My shit has been rescued.
I like to imagine like Constantine is not in here and he looks and sees there's a loot channel and we're counting teeth.
Yeah. Balathorn, you hear the sliding door of the armory crack open, and you see Balathorn carrying a shuriken rifle himself kind of step out into the hallway and peer around, and he looks at the two of you down there. So, busy day.
Is he was one of what's his role on the ship?
He is...
Armory officer.
Yes,
weapons officer.
he is
Oh, okay,
the
okay.
engineer. He is also the armory officer.
Okay.
And he kind of just peers at you. Busy day.
Always.
I'm going to watch the armory. Let me know if you need any ammo or anything. And he posts himself up in front of the door.
Ambus walks back into like about here, and then he goes, "Hey, I think someone's in the cell."
Well, lock it.
Someone's in like our holding cell?
Oh, the cell door's open.
Hmm. Why would they want in there? What? There's nothing in there, right? Do we have any prisoners?
I don't think we do. Did we take any from the last raid?
I thought we killed them all.
I thought so too.
Did you save any?
I didn't.
Man, did I dissociate through this whole thing, through the last raid and stash someone?
Did you?
I don't know!
I don't remember you taking any prisoners, although I did hear a bit of screaming after the last raid, so I'm not really sure what that was all about.
Huh. I'm gonna go close that door, and then we can go into the engine room. Sound good?
Lock it.
Of course.
Make another stealth check for me, Ambus.
Okay, I'm definitely putting a point or two into stealth after
There's
that.
an orc war boss in the cell.
Alright, so as you walk up to the door, you look inside, and you can see there's a freaking little goblin grot bouncing up and down on the bed. And he's just making a mess. He's just throwing the bed around, like, clawing at the walls, just freaking out. But as you approach the door and try to do it, he sees you and he lets out a little screech. He hops off the bed and begins sprinting at you. Make a
A punt check?
a punt check.
To punt him.
I'll allow it. Make a weapon skill attack.
Punt him back in. Oh.
Man, I break my foot on the door, obviously.
Roll a 2d6.
He catches the foot and drags you in.
44.
What happened to Ambus?
Oh my god, 1 and 1. 44. Your foot gets stuck.
He gets stuck in like his mouth.
Yeah.
I kick it in between the bars when I'm aiming for him and twist it funny and just like, oh motherfucker,
Yeah,
not again.
your foot gets stuck, and as your foot is poking through the doors, the little grot sees it, and eagerly he lunges forward and tries to bite your toes.
Oh no.
But like you like twist your foot, and he's just chomp, 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 trying to catch it. And as just as he tries to like bite down and it almost gets you, you manage to wrench your foot free, and his little teeth snap up against the metal bar, and you see one tooth dislodge, and he reels back. Ah!
And with
There's
that,
a
I am
reward.
going to move into the hallway, slam the cell door shut, and lock it.
You're locking yourself in with him?
No, okay, so this is like a separate. There's not two separate cells in
There
there.
are.
I
So
can't-
you have the door, a hallway, an empty cell, and a cell with a bed. He was in the cell with a bed, but he jumped off it and he moved into this hallway
Okay.
at this area.
Yeah. Ambus shuts the door, locks it. We have a new pet.
No!
You're cleaning up after it.
I will. I'll probably have to clean up it too. He's a
Heck,
biter,
Rock
though.
suffered the most horrible fate ever.
All right.
I will love him and care for him and call him George.
You gotta be an elf named like Jorge. Through the hangar door, Ambus, you hear the sound of the deep-voiced orc shouting orders, and you can hear just this general mayhem going on in there. Feyrai and Jane, you listen into the engine room, and you can still hear this smashing sound. And Gilshin over the intercom says, "Stop them! They're fucking our ship up!"
Oh, yeah. Back to where we're supposed to do.
Yeah, Ambus is over Vox, just gonna go. You guys get the engine room. They're fucking up my ship.
Your ship? I thought this was our ship.
I'm talking about the fighter.
All right. So we're gonna start a new combat round. Tell me who's going first.
Any
Fuck,
psychic stuff you can do?
I can, create perils of the warp again.
You can purposely create perils of the warp? Oh.
No, I could try by doing transcendent, like rolling transcendent. I mean, if you guys really want to perils of
Not
the
really.
warp,
Is there only one door into the engine room? I forget.
There is.
Okay. Maybe we peek it open stealthily?
Yeah, make a stealth check.
yeah.
Alrighty. I got 7 stealth. Ugh.
Ooh.
You still managed to pass, both of you.
Okay.
So
Mm.
as you peek into the door, you see two freebooters. They're going back and forth in your engines, just smashing at them, hitting them with choppas, firing their sluggers around. They're not even really like doing it with a purpose. They're just kind of doing it to smash metal against metal. And it's lucky for you, because if they were doing it with pure intent, your ship would probably already be disabled.
I whispered to Feyrai, I'm like, it would be silly to use a plasma grenade, right?
Yeah, probably. I mean,
It could be pretty.
yeah, for the few seconds we live.
Hey, you're right. I was just making sure.
I've got my shuriken pistol out.
Brian.
Eight. That's not short range. Oh well. Shooting the closest one.
God damn it.
That'll hit.
Oh yeah. So that is 10 plus 1 ED.
All right.
Oh. Only 10 damage with 3 AP.
3 AP.
I've been doing their fucking resiliences wrong this whole time. But it doesn't matter. So, alright. 10, reduce that by 5. So... As you shoot him, you fire a shot deep into his arm. It kind of goes through his shoulder and up through his body, and he shudders and howls, but this orc is pretty tough. As the shot hits him, he whirls around. Oh, spiky kids! Oh, fuck.
Oh shit.
No.
Let me see. Jane, you're 1. Alright. So, make a 2d6 for me.
$25.
That's not too bad. A ferocious rending. The attack shreds the opponent's flesh to ribbons. Target suffers 1d3 wounds and is vulnerable.
God.
So,
Oh.
you can shift that for shock if you want to. You take 1d3, so... Damn. 3 points of damage from that crit on top of 7 points of damage normally.
So
10 points total.
and I shift none of it.
Alright, so what's your resilience?
7.
So you're going to take 3 points.
Oh wait, 6.
Your resilience is 6, so you're going to take 4.
Yep. 4 wounds.
Yes.
Yep. That's me dead.
Well, just you're dying.
Yeah. So, unfortunately, Fei Rai, you pull around the corner and you shoot with the pistol. It doesn't quite kill him, and as he whips around and shoot at you, he's gonna crit you, hit you, and it's a nasty shot. You feel your flesh get torn to ribbons, and you drop prone, bleeding out blood onto the floor. What color do Eldar bleed?
Purple.
Purple?
Yeah.
I don't know, to be honest. I just guessed.
I picture it's either like red or blue.
Blue.
Let's go with blue. Fei Rai gets
As it happens
dropped.
right beside, I'm like, oh no,
they
that's not
have-
good.
Eldar blood is red.
Hey, right. That looks really bad.
It's brighter than human blood, though. It is a brighter red than human blood.
Oh, that's-
You might die. Any last words?
Fuck orcs.
Good choice.
well said.
Alright, is it our turn now?
It is.
Okay. I could just go for a multi-attack. I have Wrath. Yeah, okay, I'll go for a multi-attack, and I refreshed it. It is just 1 roll. So it's 1 roll for both. Multi-attack, it's just roll once, yeah.
You make
Just
2
roll
attacks, the DN is 4, and then you roll damage once.
Okay. Gotcha. Alrighty. So I'm aiming since I'm not moving. So first one. Ooh.
God damn, son, don't even bother.
Fuck hell. Fucking hell.
You rolled
that is death.
You're right, Fey Rai. Fuck orcs and boom.
you roll 11 ballistic skill?
Yeah, it's I have 9 ballistics and then it's +2 for my sniper trait aiming.
Sweet mother of God, man, you're a multi-attack machine. Holy fuck. Alright. So, God, just for laughs, roll a crit.
Okay. This guy's the shooter version of Arnhouse. He's really good at one thing.
Yeah, dude. Oh my God. 26. Ferocious rending. It's literally the same thing that happened. Revenge.
Revenge.
All right. So, You peer around the corner, and as they're firing off the thing, you just blast them. You fire multiple shots into the room, pinpoint accuracy shots, just blowing limbs off, leaving this massive puddle of gore in there. Feyrai, as you're bleeding out on the floor, Balathorn comes up and says, "Damn it, I'm not Gil. I shouldn't be doing this." He's gonna make a medical check for you. Holy shit!
Fuck yeah, he is.
All the crews really like Faye.
Wow. All right. So Faye.
I'm the favorite crew member, obviously.
Yeah, you're the token chick. You're like, everybody, I gotta protect you safe. So Balathorn comes up and he's like, "Damn it, I shouldn't be doing this. I'm not Gil." But as he bends down, his expert fingers, like you didn't even know that Balathorn was this fucking amazing. As he comes in, he pulls the slug out of your body. He casts a quick spell to kind of close the wound. He cleans you up. He fills you with energy. In a few seconds, you feel yourself back on your feet. Go ahead and restore half of your wounds. Balathorn, MVP, as he comes up and...
his Eldari fedora.
Yeah.
My Eldari.
Dude, I will be seeing you later.
Oh.
He gives you a big thumbs up. He's a quiet, stoic guy, but he just gives you a big thumbs up, like, "You are welcome." And he'll go back and stand by the armory. Wow. Okay. Anyway, Ambus, what are you doing?
I'm kicking open the door to the hangar, and I'm protecting my goddamn Nightwing.
All right. I'll let you do that. As you do that, you kick open the hangar door. You look in, and you can see a freebooter Knob sitting in there with his huge mech armor. He's sitting in there barking orders, and you can see a freebooter back there, like, kind of messing around with your ship, trying to get the hatch open.
Get off my ship, you motherfuckers! And I'm declaring a multi-attack.
All right.
Aim action, and then I'm declaring 3 multi-attacks, so they only get a +2. I'm gonna do 2 on the Knob and 1 on the Freeluda. I do believe the Knob... No, not what I meant to do. I do believe the Knob is in close range. Indeed he is. He, however, is not. So that would be... First attack... 1. There we go.
Why did you roll that third one?
Yeah, I did.
Why?
Because I'm making 3 attacks with the multi-attack.
Can you do that?
Yeah, the las blaster has a salvo of 4, so.
Is it? Does it work like that?
For multi-attack, I think you can only do each thing once, I think.
Multi.
So I looked into it for Arnhouse's chainsword, and I don't think I was allowed to
Yeah, something
multi-attack the
about
same
that doesn't
person.
seem right to me. Combat.
I believe you can only do target one person for each one.
Combat actions, multi-actions. You can attempt to do more than one combat action a round. If you're making a multi-attack.
Hold on, then maybe it's one of the ammo actions I'm thinking of.
Yeah, salvo uses salvo attacks, not multi-attack. Maybe you're thinking of spray shot.
Here's the,
I just want to light the room up.
I think it would just be multi-attack then, but you just get one on each.
Yeah, so you make a multi-attack, and then you can you attack one of them each time, and then if you want to, you can spend your spray shot to spend ammo to reduce the DN by the weapon salvo value.
Yeah.
So this cannot reduce the DN by more than the penalty imposed by the multi-attack. So instead of attacking them with 4, you're trying to hit them with 2. Which your first 2 definitely do, obviously. You did roll a complication on that last one.
Just so that I don't get the complication, I am spinning a wrath on that.
Alright.
But I get the complication anyways, so, because, you know. know what? Screw me.
Did we rule that like if you re-rolled a complication, you couldn't?
We
get it,
did.
even if
We
you rolled
did.
a 1?
We did. At the end of chapter 1, that same thing happened, and I said I wasn't going to punish you for spending a wrath point on that.
Yes.
So you don't have to worry about the complication there, Ambus.
Then, but that is still. I could still, shift those two, correct? Simply because.
Correct. So go ahead and add 2 to your ED.
Or use one of them to reduce the knob's armor.
Yeah, that would be a good
No,
idea.
wait, yours isn't a shuriken.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not using the. I'm using the las blaster, not the shuriken pistol.
Yeah.
It would be cool. However, you know, the knob's just gonna have to eat what I give him. As soon as Firefox decides
Does this
to.
knob have a power claw?
A freebooter knob. Let me see what he has.
I just see the picture. I'm like, does he see that he has a power claw?
This knob has a defense of 2, 10 wounds, 5 shock, 11 resilience.
11. Ooh.
He has a shooter and a big chopper. And if you get hit by the big chopper, you are going to get splattered. I'm telling you straight up, you will get one shot at tier 1 sometimes. It's just going to happen.
Ambus, the engines are clear.
Yeah, well, my hangar bay's not. Okay.
You only run damage once.
Well, the knob doesn't care either way, but that orc is gonna take 8 points of damage.
8 points.
Plus 2 more ED. Or 1 more ED. Because
No,
if you shift
when
those
you
two...
shift, it goes straight to damage. Remember?
No. Wait.
No,
Yeah,
you shift...
No, it
Been a
was
while.
Glory that went straight to damage.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm just
Been a few weeks.
silly.
It's been 3 weeks. Don't worry about it.
Okay. 10 damage then?
Okay. 10 damage on the guy in the back there. He reduces that, so he's got 1 left. About that rending, did you use that on this knob here?
No, I don't. I'm not.
Oh,
using
right.
shuriken, I'm using las.
Alright, so you're not going to be able to hit him. Unfortunate.
Ambus can't control that ship like without being in it, can he? He doesn't have any sort of like
No.
controller or anything. No.
No. I mean, maybe that's something we can have for like a later session and prep later, but not now.
I just love how the picture's aimed like has the guns aimed right at the knob. Fire.
Alright, so you blast this orc back here. He's going to freak out, and he's going to return fire at you. Totally screw it up. Lose ammo. So his ammo goes out. He fired a few shots, and it pings off of the ship. He's kind of like standing on top of your Nightwing almost. And a little bit of green blood drips down onto the side of it as he's firing his shooter down on you. The knob turns and says, "I like your ship, you spiky skinny git. It's mine now, you hear?"
Over my dead body.
Alright.
I'm gonna regret that choice of words very soon. I reckon.
Keep in mind,
Yep.
he's going next. So, alright, Jane or Feyrai, who's up?
Is there like a door over here?
There
Yeah.
is. Yes, looks like
I
this.
mean, your psyker stuff could hurt the knob if you want.
Yeah.
I say go for it.
Get him
Alright.
to stop before he ruins my pretty face.
Bro, I'm literally gonna
Alright.
walk up to you and hit you with a chopper, and I'm gonna enjoy
Just tell
every
me it's gonna
fucking sec of
happen.
it.
Alright, so psychic mastery test.
Come on.
Here we go. Pray to Cain, it works.
Please.
Or if failing that, you need... well, what's his defense?
2.
Alright, well, it hits.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the damage, although I don't think it's gonna matter. Oh, 3? Yeah, he's dead. So he just explodes. All over the
It's
ship.
only one.
Well, he only had one health.
No,
left.
it was the guy down the bottom. I was
Oh,
going for
the knob. The knob. I'm sorry. All right.
Might does mortal wound too. I think it's just one mortal wound.
Okay. Well, it only does
Yeah, it's
one,
okay.
so
One more than me.
he turns and he freaks out.
Is it Wrath is still initiative or no?
It is. No, glory. I'm sorry, glory,
It's
glory.
a glory, and we have 5 glory, so
We got
feel
five
free.
glory.
Alright, I'm gonna glory. Yeah, I mean, you can say what he does, but I'm gonna glory afterwards. I'm gonna steal initiative.
No, go ahead.
Okay. What's my movement? It is 8. 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, so I have to run to get like in shot distance of him, so I can't aim. So, oh. I mean, what are the odds that if I threw a plasma grenade at him, that like it would hurt the ship too?
At this point, I would do it just to try to save Ambus's life.
Okay, I'm gonna throw the plasma. I don't even think you don't even roll to attack. I think it's just straight up damage for the.
You
the
make
plasma.
you make a ballistics check DN3 to see if you can get it where you like.
Okay. So DN3, Wrath reroll.
All right. So you can re-roll. It looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 6.
All right. And then am I able to
Yeah,
shine
that's
that one
not
icon
bad.
or no? Or 2 icons?
Yes, you can.
Alright, so it's 2 icons. So the grenade is AP -1 and does 10 plus 7 ED altogether. So I'll do 7 ED. Ooh, that's pretty good.
Okay.
So 14 damage, ED -1.
14 damage. He reduces that by
With one,
10.
My bad, 1 AP, 1 AP, yeah.
Right. So 14 minus 10, 4. I'm gonna roll his determination. Didn't get any of it.
Yes! Yes!
So he's dropped to 5 HP. And he's fucked up. Yeah, you throw the grenade basically perfectly. Like, as he's looking over at you, Ambus, he's saying something to you, and then, it's like slow motion. Just a plasma grenade comes into your view, and it's like time freezes for a second as the grenade just lingers in front of the orc's face, and the orc just kind of like tilts his head like, what? And then it
And as it-
explodes in his face.
As it blows up, I'm like, everyone point and laugh at the small orc. And I'm making sure he hears me say that to him.
Roll,
Roll intimidation,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
reckon.
yeah.
Okay.
Because you're trying to draw attention away.
Yeah. Ooh!
Wow. He is ass mad.
Look, Feyre, I point and laugh at the small orc. Ha ha, ha ha.
Alright, so you you sit there and point and laugh at the orc knob after blowing him up, and Ambus, he was about to come over and hit you with a choppa, but he is absolutely fucking livid. So he turns around and he fires off his shooter at Jane over there. And it's not gonna hit. Instead, the huge bolts are gonna bounce off the door.
As I get behind cover, I'm just flicking them off.
You need to buy Jane an Eldar drink later, because I was literally about to walk up on you and big choppa your ass.
Oh, I know. And it's been a long time coming, if we're being perfectly honest. So I wouldn't have blamed you either.
Yeah, you deserve it. Anyway, okay, that was my turn. I think we're back at the top of the round.
I would like to shuriken pistol this guy into the back of the head, if at all possible, if you guys are cool with that.
Yeep.
Shuriken pistol, aim action. You
Oh.
motherfucker. Why? Why do you insist on screwing me over like
Reroll,
this?
Wrath reroll.
Yeah. Next wrath to reroll, that's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Well, that's better.
So 60 in.
Yeah, that definitely hits. He only has a DN of 2. You can shift 1.
Ooh, yes, and I am shifting to rend
Yes,
his
rend him.
ass.
Yes.
I thought you didn't have rending.
No,
No,
this is my
shuriken
shuriken
pistol.
pistol.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I specifically said shuriken pistol his ass this time.
Alright, I didn't hear you.
So that's gonna
No
decrease it
chopper
by.
for the DM.
That's okay. I usually don't try to kill you on the very first session.
Can I?
The threat of it.
You guys cool if I spend a couple
Go for
glory
it.
to increase damage?
Yep, go for
Yeah,
it.
go
And
for
then
it.
I'll spend an extra 3 glory to increase damage to 14. Yes.
14?
14 damage, and then minus 3 AP.
14 minus 8, 6. Rolls determination. 4 points. 1 takes that. So he's got 1 point of shock and 3 health left.
Put him down. Somebody put him down. Put him down now.
Alright.
Oh, now
I'm
he's
gonna-
angry at.
I'm gonna use a glory and interrupt
Okay.
and psychic mastery. I'm gonna try and get him. And she who thirsts can fuck off.
Poor choice of words.
Don't make her mad. Oh, okay.
Hey.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I think that was a very good choice of words.
I guess it was.
Yep. Definitely. So that is 2 wounds. 2 mortal wounds.
Do you shift
Come
anything
on,
for
drop.
that? Like those
no,
2
I
6s?
can't shift, I don't think.
I don't.
Wait a
Can
second.
you shift for smite? I think smite might just be the 1d3. I don't know if there's anything extra. I could be wrong.
I'm not sure. Smite. Concentrate, 1d3, potency, 3 plus 1 more wounds. What is potency?
I think
Oh.
the only way to make it deal more damage is if they would have chose to like cast it at the higher level and risk
Yeah.
more powers of the warp. at the beginning.
Okay. Alright. So, with that, you do 2. Unfortunately, this guy's got 1 left. So here's
We
what
have 1 glory left. We have 1 glory.
I don't think we're allowed to steal it twice in a row though.
Damn it. Well, one of us is about to say bye-bye, I
It's
think.
not like he can kill you in one turn. He can down you, but then I'll shoot him. Don't worry.
Actually, he can, because if he deals
How?
double his
There's
wound
no
maximum,
way he deals double.
you want to
There's no
fucking
way.
bet? You want to
There's no
fucking
way.
bet? All right, let's find out. As he walks up, he's gonna come up to you with his big chopper,
He's gonna miss. Don't worry. He's gonna roll a 1.
and I'm even gonna nerf this fella for you. Let's see what happens. Okay,
Not the face.
so he's
My defense is 3.
all right. So he hits you, but it's not gonna add any ED. Let me tell you straight up, this motherfucker, a big chopper. I'm gonna nerf it for you. It's gonna do 9 damage plus 3 ED with no AP bonus. So 9 plus 3.
Roll your 3D.
What's your max wounds?
6. So it's not gonna drop me because I do have 8 resilience. I guess I also am the tank of the party this time around.
Okay, so you're gonna take
12 damage.
12 damage there. What's your
Okay.
wound maximum? It's 6.
6.
All
I
right.
have 8 resilience. I'm gonna roll my.
So
for
you need to
determination.
shift that 1 shock point, or you're gonna get dropped.
Yep.
All right, you managed it. You're exhausted, however, and you're dropped to 1 HP, but you do manage to survive the nerfed big chopper. You're welcome.
Our turn.
As he comes up, you're sitting behind the door, Ambus, and you see this hulking monstrosity of an orc come forward, and he brings up his big chopper and he rends it straight through the wall. Like, he doesn't even go through the door. He just rips straight through the wall at you. And you feel, you feel it grind against you. It just cuts you open, drops you down. You lose all of your energy as blood starts pouring out of you. You're almost just basically dead. However, you're still up.
I talk over to Faye Ryan, like, is there any use for him alive? Like the knob?
No, we don't want him alive.
Alright, I blow his head off.
Yes, you do.
Says it so casually as
Yep.
he gets an 8.
Yeah, I like as I'm aiming down, I'm like, is there any point of keeping him alive? No, boom.
Just absolutely just smash.
And then we point the other orc, surrender!
That's not gonna work.
Last chance!
Orcs don't surrender. Alright. With that, he is going to run up to you because orcs don't surrender. Orcs are made for fighting and winning. He's going to come up to you, Jane, and he, as the last combat...
Actually, can I use our last glory to interrupt?
Go
No,
for it.
I've
You've
already
already
gone.
interrupted this round.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, it's still the same round.
We'll clarify those rules later. He's going to go ahead and make a attack at you. Probably going to hit you. Not going to...
Yeah, it hits me.
Alright. So, Ambus, you are going to take 8 points of damage.
Okay, no, none of that. 8 times. I take 1 wound.
Yep.
I have resilience 7.
Alright. So you take 1 wound as he charges forward. You try to duck back out of the way, but the edge of his blade kind of cuts into your armor and cuts at you a little bit. He's howling and basically just slobbering almost. He's basically frenzied.
Prize brain.
So I think everybody's gone now, top of the round.
I will
I
go
want- I
because
want-
if our psionics screws up, I'm going to die.
You are
I-
exhausted, so I think you suffer a penalty.
I am literally point blank with the orc.
Get him.
I do suffer a penalty. However,
Let me see what that penalty is. 199.
I believe I am wounded and exhausted, so it should probably be something like a 2DN penalty.
On your turn, you can only walk or crawl, perform a basic combat action, or fall back. So you can attack normally. Yeah.
I am wounded, so I do take a 1 or 2DN
1, I
penalty
believe.
to that. But I'm still gonna pull out the las rifle, and I'm close range, so
That'll hit.
and then
There's no way he's
As for-
surviving this.
9 damage.
Yeah. So as he comes up and slashes you, you guys are dealing with this orc in your face. Ambus steps out into the middle of the hangar and just blows his head off. It
Get
drops.
Off my ship.
End combat.
I looked up the initiative thing in the rulebook, and I think you can do it multiple times per turn, just not twice in a row. Because it says it says that this can only be done once before the threats take their turn.
Okay, that makes sense.
So I think you do it multiple times per round, but only like not twice in a row.
Yeah, so like,
Okay.
you know, 2 players go and then an enemy
Yeah.
and then 2 players go.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Alright.
Alright. As the threats are cleared, you look up and you can see that the lights slowly begin flickering back on the ship. You can unhide everything.
What are we looking at for loot for this knob?
I'm probably gonna have to get back on that.
No worries. Okay. I take his teeth.
You take his teeth. He's a knob. You get a roll of 1d12.
Ooh. What? What? Is that like knob teeth or just regular teeth?
You get 1 knob teeth. It's bigger teeth, but it's only 1. He only had 1 tooth.
I'm making a necklace out of that teeth.
Free Buddha 1 tooth.
Alright, I'd make a necklace out of it in my downtime.
Fuck yeah. Okay. Anyway, so with the threats of the orcs cleared off of your ship, you feel the jolting and the shaking of the ship as you remember that Gilshin and Cathel are still dealing with the void battle.
Has the ship been like doing like evasive maneuvers this whole time?
Pretty much. Yeah, it's like...
All right.
Go ahead.
All right. Let's prep the Nightwing, help them out, and then fuck off.
You don't look fit to drive, Ambus.
I'm always fit to drive.
Please. As he's hanging on to a sliver of life.
Yeah, like it's literally just. I'm always fit to drive. The blood
collapses.
will keep it hotter. Immediately drops.
Balathorn, he comes up and he's standing beside you, Feyrai, and he looks into the room. Oh, not again. Comes up and runs up to you.
I'm still alive.
Where's the Gish guy?
Who?
Is it Gil?
Gilshin? Yeah.
Gilshin.
He's up in the pilot seat.
While you roll this, I'm gonna go AFK real quick.
The pilot's our healer?
Gilshin's a genius.
He's everything.
Yeah, Balathorn is gonna come up, probably restore 2 points of shock to our boy Ambus here. I'll go ahead and do that for him. He stands up and he looks over the ship and he comes over and he quickly begins making modifications and repairs as quickly as he can, just trying to patch up whatever he can on the ship while Ambus is still passed out on the floor.
Look down the hallway, the door to the jail cell's open.
Ray!
Sergeant Grothouse is on the loose.
Sergeant Grothouse.
He just has a knife in his teeth, just crawling through like the.
He's in the vents. Yeah.
He's in the vents. They're in the vents.
They're in the walls.
Just a Grot with like a knife in his teeth.
Yeah, fuck yeah. You have a Sergeant Grothouse crawling around going fucking Orc Catachan around your ship.
Grot-rilla tactics.
Grot-rilla tactics?
Yeah.
No, he's our new football.
He doesn't do anything that really serious, just more annoying.
No, yeah.
He's turning the lights off.
It's not a knife, it's like a little, like...
Yeah.
It's like a tiny little piece of metal, like he can stab you with it, but it's just gonna, like, hurt a little bit.
He's keeping a diary. Day 67 aboard the enemy freighter.
I've been eating Eldari mold.
Yeah. The female one makes a lot of weird noises while she sleeps.
I saw Feyrai go into Bellathorn's cabin.
She may be possessed.
Oh, fuck me.
Something about she who thirst.
Obviously, I don't drink enough water.
For some reason, she's really thirsty. The Eldari must not drink water or something.
So fucking stupid. I've been surviving off of orc blood for 30 days.
Yeah. He's just living in the cavities of the different orc bodies.
Fucking Balathorn every now and then he goes and like pokes food through the vents.
we're in like the shower place and we thought we see something behind us when you turn to look, there's nothing there.
He's always watching.
He just forever tortures us with that shit.
I have returned.
I love that idea and I'm gonna go with it.
Oh no.
Yeah.
The Grot escaped.
It's in the vents. Anyway,
you see little clanks.
Ambus, Balathorn managed to restore 2 shock to you.
Oh, nice. All right, let's go out for the
shotgun.
All right, Feyrai, you hopping in too?
I mean, Las Blaster. I mean.
Might as well.
All right. Void battles.
I get in the ship and I start flicking all the switches.
Do you know which switches you're flicking?
I don't do that. I'm in like the co-pilot seat, so like What's the worst that could happen?
A lot.
The three of you climb into the Nightwing, and the hangar, the force field that keeps the hangar pressurized drops as Balathorn steps back out of the room, and the room itself contains itself. The Nightwing slowly lifts off, and then jets out into the open void. You can see your Eldari ship. I don't know what it looks like exactly. We'll figure that out later. You can see it's very slender and smooth compared to the Orc vessel that has a visage of Gork on it, or maybe Mork. And as the two vessels fire back and forth, you can see Cathel's done a good job of containing the Orc fighters. However, there's one that just won't get off of your ass. As you pull out of the hangar, Ambus, you look back and you can see that the fighter disengages from your main ship and instead turns its attention to you as you emerge. It comes up, and as you're making your way out, the fighter comes up and starts firing heavy slugs at you through space. Let's make a pilot test.
4 successes. Woot.
Wow.
I disagree with that.
It's the Red Baron.
You two match. So this orc, you take drastic action to avoid him. You pull up, making evasive maneuvers. The orc behind you starts firing slugs, but he's just so stuck on you that neither of you can really gain ground. He can't get a perfect angle on you, and you don't let him, but you can't get around him either. You're stuck in this situation. You look up and you can see the orc ship firing torpedoes at your vessel. Gilshin expertly crafts the vehicle down into an arc, pulling up. Missiles fly past. You can see the Imperial ship is basically just dead in the water. All it has left now is firing beams of red lasers out into the void. Make another pilot test.
Well, at least they're trying.
Damn, son. Ho!
Oh,
Oh, shit.
do a barrel roll.
Ambus, you do a barrel roll. You spin multiple times. Like Feyrai and Jane, you're probably like clutching on for dear life in the cockpit as Ambus goes into extreme drastic measures, doing a barrel roll, tilting the Hue down, going at an angle, and whipping back around. You spend a couple of moments basically upside down in the pressurized cabin before whipping back around, and in front of you, dead in front of you, is the orc. The orc is actually looking around in his cockpit because it has no idea what you just did or where you just went. That was some hell of a maneuver, kid. Make another pilot check.
Kill him, kill him.
Are there ship complications?
Not officially.
All
right.
Ship combat, Titan combat, all has not been very well.
Maybe that evens out kind of how me and like that demon thing happened.
All right. Ambus, you pull up behind the orc and you press down on the trigger, firing out these bolts. A few of them hit the orc in the back, and you almost have it. But suddenly, a scorching beam slides across the right wing of your Nightwing, sending you flying, jolting. You lose track of the orc for a moment, and it's just enough to keep him alive. You soar, you look over and you can see smoke and fire erupt from your right wing, but the ship is still up in the air. That orc is almost dead, but not quite yet. It tries to pull back around, but the ship is heavily damaged. Meanwhile, the main orc ship turns back and focuses all of its attention now on your ship, trying to repel you. They don't send out any more fighters. It doesn't look like they have any more left. This is just the last one. Gilshin now, with the fighter distracted, he's going to turn, and as he sees that you take a shot, he's going to open up everything he has. Cathel unloads missile, shuriken, everything that your ship has, trying to take down this orc vessel in front of you. Let's make another pilot check.
Gotcha.
As you try to regain your balance, you look over and you can see your right wing starts to explode. It seems they hit some kind of major fuel line. As the right wing explodes, the balance of the ship is caught off, and the ship begins gliding to the left against your will. The orc, meanwhile, does a backflip and upside down begins firing metal slugs into your ship over and over again. Jane, you're sitting there, and a bolt actually flies straight into your windshield and almost cracks right through it. It would have hit you straight in the forehead if it hadn't.
Not good, not good.
Shut up. Let me focus.
Gilshin pulls to the right, moving around to the right side of the orc ship, firing blast after blast into it. The fighter is on your ass now, and your ship is starting to lose control. Make another pilot check.
Come on, I need another. What you did earlier. That's nice.
Ambus, you know what you have to do. As you're flying, the orc is on your ass. The Nightwing is telling you it wants to go left right now, so hell, you go left. You spin. You're doing barrel roll after barrel roll, spinning through the air. You use the ship's broken wing in your own favor, using the lowered resistance to spin around in a way that makes everybody in the ship feel G-force. As you do so, just at the right angle, at the very right second, right as it moves into your reticle, you fire, and the orc ship explodes in a fury of fire and explosions as you burn right through it, and the Nightwing, damaged and ruined almost, comes out on top. Gilshin fires blast after blast into the orc vessel, and as you watch, Cathel and him both together disengage the orc weaponry, fire bolt after bolt, missile after missile, torpedo after torpedo. Gilshin and Cathel take down the main orc vessel, and you watch it crack in half and split apart. Orc bodies and loot and debris scatter all across the void as void combat ends.
Never doubted you.
Yeah, of course you never did.
Knew you had it in you.
Well done.
Had it in me. I'm the best pilot this side of the warp.
Collapses.
Please.
Very well done.
You thought I was a badass before I got in the cockpit. Let me tell you something.
With that, you find yourself drifting now in the open void of space. Gilshin's vessel, your vessel, is sitting nearby. The destroyed hull of the orc vessel is nearby, and the disengaged, disabled Imperium trade vessel, it appears, is just sitting helplessly in space. Gilshin slowly crackles over the radio at you. That was a close call there, Ambus.
Oh, please. I had the situation under control every second. Appreciate the save, though.
Yeah, Cathel quips. It didn't look that way, but okay. Now what?
I say they're gonna help the Monkeys. If I help them, take all their shit.
Well, let's get what we what we did this for first, and then we'll trail them and hit them later. Why take the risk of pain when, they'll give us what we ask for?
True.
Gilshin voxes over the radio. Hey, Ambus. It looks like the Imperiums it looks like the Monkai are dropping their void shields. The hangar doors open and everything. I'm not picking up much life on that ship. I'm only actually picking up one reading.
Perhaps we should board.
That sounds like a fun option to me.
Is that what you're doing?
Oh yeah, I'll maneuver the Nightwing in.
Alright. As you glide your damaged Nightwing into the shattered Imperium vessel, The cockpits open for you as the hangar pressurizes, and as you look around, you can see scores of slaughtered Monkai. And you probably may recognize these aren't traitors. These aren't what they seem to be on the outside. These are heavily armed, armored. They're wearing official Imperium markings. And this was some hell of a battle in here. There's scores of Monkai and Orc dead on the ship. If you look in the hallways around the vessel, you can see that there's just bodies and blood and gore. They literally slaughtered each other down to the last man.
Getting it all over my boots.
Cover yourself in it. It makes it harder to see.
It does.
I don't know why I thought that for some reason I did.
It's
That's
basic
weird.
common knowledge.
Feyrai, you're all, well, okay, all of you are moving through the hallways.
I'm poking them with my rifle as I go by to make sure they're not alive.
They're not. As you make your way deeper into the ship, you find there's actually a hidden wall that was actually opened prior to you boarding, and it's still cracked open. You wouldn't have noticed it otherwise if it wasn't. If you look inside of it, you can see that there's a stairway running down that leads into a deeper, dark part of the ship that opens up into a circular room. Sitting there, in the center of the room, clutching a tablet, it looks like Eldari technology almost. It's green and blue stone in a square, and you can see that he's holding this large stone in his lap, and in one of his hands he's holding a blue triangular pyramid. It's a pyramid-like gem in one of his hands, and he's clutching both of these objects. You can see he's old even beyond human standards. He looks decrepit. He's probably bound to this chair. He's wearing a robe over his head, and he looks barely conscious if you look at him.
He might make a good prisoner.
I'll probably die before we get him back to the ship.
You don't
You know
sense
how
any
fragile
weird
they
energy
are.
from him, do you?
Do I? I'll roll senescience.
Yeah.
Yeah, that hits.
Feyrai, you reach out with your mind and try to probe this old man clutching the tablet. When you do, it's a very unique experience. It's as if you're in a black void. It's as if he's thinking of nothing at all, as if he has no emotion, no thought, no feeling. But as you enter into his mind, he smiles, and his body gives the faintest flicker of motion, and in your mind he says, "The Emperor truly does protect. Thank you." And with that, Feyrai, he dies. He slumps back in his chair, and the tablet and the pyramid both slump out of his lap onto the floor. You can see that the tablet has a pyramid-like indentation, and it seems pretty obvious to you that the pyramid goes inside of the tablet.
He's fair, right? You didn't have to kill him.
I didn't. I reached out, and he felt like one of those abominations that the Monkai have developed. I don't know.
The nulls
Yes.
is the term they use, at least.
Why do they have a null on board a trade ship? And it's not even a trade ship. Why are there just armed Monkai here?
This obviously was not something normal. The Monkai are up to something. But I didn't kill him. He died.
Well,
On his own.
The tablet and the pyramid gem both pulse with a blue light as they rest upon the floor.
Ambus will reach out and pick each up and just kind of turn them over in his hands and look them over.
Yeah, you can see that this gem will perfectly fit inside of the tablet slot.
Do I feel anything psychic from either the tablet or the gem?
You do, and you can feel that this is definitely some kind of ancient Eldari technology.
This feels, it's active. It's active in the Sea of Souls. Be careful.
Oh.
It seems old.
Looks like I could. It looks like I slotted into here. Give it a try.
What's the worst that could happen?
We all
We could
die.
all die horribly. As Ambus will slot the gem into the pad.
You do so, and it shoots off with a blinding blue light for a moment. The entire room goes so blue that all you can see is a bright blue light in your eyes. But as this light fades, as you're standing in this circular room in the depths of this Imperium ship, from the tip of the pyramid shoots out a map of the system, a map of Gilead. And you can see different points of light in different spots, as if they're marking something. You see a dot in Carbidian. You see a dot on Trollius. You see a dot on Gilead Primus. You see a dot on Enoch. You see a spot somewhere in the middle of the Reach, in the middle of what is supposed to be open space, with nothing in it.
What do you
Is
think
this-
it could be?
It was treasure map.
What better treasure than travel?
Speaking of treasure, I go up to the old man and I like pull back his hood. Do I see anything weird? Like, does his face look normal, just old?
He's very old.
Okay, he doesn't have a third eye.
No, I think you were on the money. I think this would definitely be a null. I think that's who they would trust, locked in the ship somewhere, to hold on to something like this.
All right, search his pockets.
You're not gonna find anything, I don't believe. He's literally just an old man,
Yeah, I
kind
know.
of chained down into a chair, holding these.
My guy's just heartless.
Yeah, so you don't find anything, but you probably do find like a couple like fucking 100 teeth.
Hey, look, there's some weird bird symbol, and I just toss it over like on the ground.
Huh. The humans really like that one.
Must be a Monkai thing.
Yeah, it's unlike every single ship we board. We'll have to ask one of them sometime if we actually get a chance.
You know, they always talk about their god too. Maybe they worship this bird.
Maybe the bird is their god.
That could be it.
Although it's quite interesting to worship something like a bird rather than...
They're just undeveloped. Give them a few thousand years.
Oh yeah. Well. Search the rest of the ship, then...
Yeah. Room by room.
I go straight for like the quarters and whatever would be like the captain's to see if he has any like liquor or anything.
Okay. As you all go your separate ways searching this trade vessel, as you move through the hallways of the dead, after seeing the map and the points of light on it, we're gonna end it there.
That was awesome.
We're going.
So
on
is
a
this
trip
going
in our
on like at the
favorite
same
Eldar ship.
time as like the Griffin Knights thing?
The story that's going on in the prompts takes place 1 year prior to this moment right now.
Oh, okay, so the Griffin Knights aren't in the system yet.
The demigryphs are. Yes, they are.
Oh, they are in the system.
It's-
Okay.
They've been in the system for a year now.
Right.
Oh, okay. So technically, we could fight them.
Yeah, if you went to Trollius and you wanted to pick a fight with some Space Marines, you could.
If y'all two would like to pick a fight with the Space Marines, you are more than perfectly well capable of doing so. I'm gonna go find me shit to take.
Yeah, I'll give you plenty of loot once I get a chance to.
Just because it sticks out, the most interesting point is the one that's like in the middle of space with like no landmass.
Yeah, that might have to be the first one that we go and visit.
I would definitely vote for that one.
Definitely. So, yeah. Welcome to the plot, fellas. Thank you. Thank you for rejoining me for the start of Chapter 2. It's going to be a good one, I think. That was
Did
fun.
we name our ship?
No, you didn't.
I thought we had a good name when we were like first talking about this stuff.
I mean, we were fucking around. We went with, like, the Thrust of Cain.
Yes, that's it. The Thrust of Cain.
Or the Wraithbone.
I'm fine with either of those.
I think I'll leave that up to you. You guys can name it
Okay.
whatever you want.
Thrust of Cain, I think, fits perfectly.
Yeah, Thrust of Cain.
Yeah.
I want to fucking die. All right.
Thrust of Cain.
Mission accomplished.
God damn it.
Almost did that already.
Yeah, all of
Twice.
us have almost done that already. So.
Yeah, everybody in this room's almost died today.
Yeah, Eldar are
Jeez.
squishy.
They are.
I'm the tank this time around.
You did survive a big choppa.
I mean, I nerfed
did.
it for you. Did you know Big Choppa's... Alright, here's what a Big Choppa actually does. It's 11 damage plus 5 ED with 1 AP.
Yep.
Oh jeez.
Yeah. So I would have deleted you. But I didn't want to because this is first session.
Now
You
there's no
would've-
more nerfs.
Deleted and yeeted.
Yeah, going forward, now that you know that you're squishy, I'm gonna probably not hold back on you so much. Like, I gave you a lot of heals, for example. Which, I mean, you're on your own ship. It's your home turf. That's
Home field
fine.
Advantage.
Right, totally. If you're stuck out somewhere in the plains and you get fucked up and you don't have a Medicaid to heal you, you're gonna have a bad time. And you know how
You're
easy it
gonna
is.
Bad time.
So maybe don't pick a fight with the Astartes until we have some good equipment. Just a thought.
Until we have
I
some
think we could've
Wraithbone
done it.
armor.
Yeah.
Alright.
Do we have something that can take more than, I don't know, 1 bolt round?
I think one bolt round kills any of us.
Stop recording. Thanks for watching. Ha